What if you could have an AI assistant that answers all your customer questions 24/7, freeing you up to focus on what you actually do best? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're building a fully functional AI assistant from scratch in just a few minutes and, get this, without writing a single line of code.
We've all been there, right? That constant stream of the same questions day in, day out. It can really drain your team's time and energy, pulling everyone away from the work that actually matters. It's such a common problem for businesses of every size.
But what if you could just automate that whole thing? That's the really powerful solution we're looking at today. I'm going to walk you through exactly how you can build your very own AI assistant, and trust me, you need absolutely zero coding skills to do it.
Okay, so let's get into it. Here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about what this no-code AI really promises. Then, we'll get our hands dirty and build our first agent. After that, we'll teach it everything it needs to know, put it to the test, and finally, we'll look at publishing it and what you can do next.
So let's start with the big idea here. This is not about some generic, off-the-shelf chatbot. No, this is about creating a completely custom AI experience that is tailored specifically for your business, using your own data for your customers' needs.
Now, one important thing to know is that there are kind of two ways to approach this. Today, we're using the tool that's built right inside M365 Copilot. Think of it like the simple front door. It's perfect for quickly creating these knowledge-based bots. The really heavy-duty stuff like powerful automations, that lives in the full Copilot Studio, which is more like the advanced workshop out the back. We'll definitely explore that in a future explainer. All right, enough talk. Let's get to the fun part and actually build our agent. To make this feel real, we're going to create a customer service bot for a fictional business I've just made up, a doggy spa called Pooch Haven Spa. And we'll call our little AI assistant Pooch Pal. Getting started is honestly so easy. First, you just log into Microsoft 365 Copilot with your work or school account. Then, you click Create Agent, and here's the magic. You just use plain English, just a simple sentence, to describe what you want. So like you see here, we'll just type, a friendly AI assistant for Pooch Haven Spa customer inquiries. That's it. Okay, once the agent is created, we want to give it some personality. We'll rename it from the boring new agent to our brand name, Pooch Pal. Then in the settings, we can upload a custom logo and even tweak the description to add important things like a support email. It just makes the whole thing look way more professional and trustworthy.
Okay, so we have the body of our agent, but now for the most important part, we need to give it a brain. This is where we feed it all the information and the rules it needs to follow to be genuinely useful to our customers.
The best way to think about the instructions section is like an employee handbook for your AI. This is where you lay down the law, how it should act, the tone it should use, and, this is critical, what it should do when it just doesn't know the answer to something. And this right here is probably the golden rule. We have to explicitly tell the agent, do not make stuff up. If it can't find the answer, it needs to politely hand off the question. Putting this safety net in place is so important because it ensures our AI is always reliable and never misleads customers. So, we've got the rules sorted. Now it's time to add the actual knowledge. This all happens in the knowledge base. This is where we'll upload all the documents and links that our agent is going to use to find answers to questions. And you can feed it info from all sorts of places. You can point it to your public website, connect it to SharePoint sites, or just upload files directly from OneDrive. You know, things like Word docs and PDFs. Here's a key tip. If you use a website, the agent's knowledge stays up to date automatically. For documents, though, you'll have to re-upload them whenever they change.
So we've built our agent, and we've given it a brain. Now for the moment of truth. It's time to test Pooch Pal and see if it actually works. And, more importantly, if it follows the rules we so carefully laid out for it. And to do this right, we're going to run two different tests. First, we'll ask a question it should know the answer to, based on the documents we gave it. And then, we'll throw it a curveball, something it shouldn't know, to check if it follows our safety rule about not making things up. Okay, test number one. We ask a really simple question. When are you open? And would you look at that, a perfect answer. It pulls the correct hours straight from our knowledge base and even adds a friendly, helpful tip to book an appointment. It's polite, it's accurate, it's just what we wanted. Now for the real test. We ask something that it has no information about. Who and how old are the owners? And this is fantastic. Instead of just guessing, it follows our rule perfectly. It admits it doesn't know and then politely points the user to the support email we gave it.
This proves our safety net is working. It's a huge success.
Yes, our agent works. So the final step is to publish it, so other people can actually use it. And then we'll take a quick peek at what else is possible beyond this simple but very powerful tool.
Publishing is literally just a click. Once you hit Create, you can decide on the sharing permissions. You have complete control over who gets to use your new assistant. It can be just for you, a few specific people on your team, or, hey, even your entire organization.
And there you have it. In just a handful of minutes, with zero code, you've built a custom AI agent. It's branded, it's smart, it's safe, and it's ready to start helping out your team internally. How cool is that?
But honestly, this is just the beginning. I mean, what about putting this on your public website for every customer to use? Or what if it could actually do things like automate tasks and send follow-up emails for you? Well, that's where the full power of Copilot Studio comes in, and that is exactly what we'll be diving into next time. So, as we wrap this up, just think about it for a second. Your first agent is built, it's ready to go. The real question you should be asking yourself now is, what's the next repetitive task in your job that you're going to automate? The possibilities are really just starting to open.